The top stories, all right? So the Independent and Electoral Boundaries Commission has formally concluded the audit of the voters register and now reveals that there are just over 22 million registered voters for the 2022 election. So the report by the KPMG audit firm has also indicated that there were uncommon illegal transfers in at least 12 counties affecting scores of voters. The more than 100,000 transfers affected among other counties. We have Nairobi, Wajir, Mandera, and Nyeri. 3 IEBC officials are said to be charged in court over offences relating to the illegal transfers of voters. The IEBC has reassured stakeholders, though, that the digital register is now in good shape and is safe.
Just 49 days to the general election, the IEBC has released its final voter numbers. Out of 27.85 million eligible voters, 22.12 million have successfully registered to vote in the elections. These voters will cast their votes in 46,232 polling stations spread across the country, an increase from the 40,233 stations last elections. The number of registered voters in the diaspora has more than doubled from 4,223 in 2017 to 10,444 this year. The same is reflected in the number of voters in prison, rising from 5,182 in 2017 to 7,483 in 2022. The figures also represent a disparity in the number of men and women registered to vote, with men representing the bulk of the voters at 50.88% and women with 49.12%. The audit of the register undertaken by KPMG also revealed a number of anomalies, including the listing of 246,465 dead voters who have since been struck off the register. 12 counties, including Wajir, Nairobi, Nakuru, Murang'a, Nyandarua, Kakamega, Laikipia, Nandi, Mandera, Nyeri, Uasin Gishu, and Kiambu were flagged for having abnormal voter transfers of over 103,000 voters, an exercise that the IEBC says could have been done in collusion with 3 staff members. Such as
one, Nairobi, there was also Wajir, there was also Mandera, there was also Garissa. And also there is this area of Nyeri. So those are actually areas that were actually affected. And actually I think you might have witnessed that some of them were actually complaining, even in the media, especially that time when you gave them opportunity to go and verify themselves. Now, right away, even as we speak, inspection of the register of voter is still continuous. Means that you can be able to check through SMS platform as well as a web portal to check your state.
Our suspects, about 3 officers, we are actually finalizing investigations, and they'll be apprehended to face the law, especially in those areas the CEO has mentioned. So that
the IEBC was taken to task over its decision to not avail physical copies of the voter register. The IEBC has indicated that it will use a digital register in this general election. Stakeholders, however, question the legality of this decision, accusing the IEBC of making this crucial decision without consulting stakeholders.
Sadly, I am concerned what would happen on voting day if there was a failure of technology, as has happened before, and you have voting going on in some parts of the country and voting not taking off in other parts of the country, and you do not have physical registers, so it is impossible to start any voting in any area, and the catastrophic effects that would have. Has the Commission thought of those possibilities and how catastrophic that would be?
The IEBC says the digital register is informed by weaknesses in the physical one that are prone to abuse.
In the electronic KIMS kit, when a voter comes and has been identified, that record is archived. You cannot come again and use identified to come and vote again. But in digital, in physical register, it's even possible because it depends on the collusion. The people who are actually there, you can even strike again the same voter who has actually been who has already voted, and therefore this one gives you assurance that once you have already voted, your record is archived. You cannot come again. If you come again, the KIMS kit is actually going to alarm and make noise, and people are going to confirm what is this all about.
IEBC says it will hold further stakeholder consultations, especially over the system of the identification of voters. This, as the Commission says, it is now set to gazette the voters register by Wednesday this week. Brenda Wanga, Citizen TV, Nairobi.